Hello, welcome to Free Yourself from Dieting. My name's Emma Townsend. I'm your registered dietitian, and I'm going to take you through a free 5-day course to explore your eating behaviours and begin a journey towards a more peaceful and enjoyable relationship with food and your body. So firstly, congratulations on taking the first steps to freeing yourself from dieting and food restrictions and to improving both your physical and psychological health. Every day over the next 5 days, you will receive your audio course focusing on a different topic each day. You'll also receive a bonus worksheet each day to begin exploring the topic we discussed. So let's start day 1 by exploring why it's not you, it's the diet. Diets are marketed to us to make it seem that they work. We often see before and after photos with changed bodies. They make it seem like if it doesn't work, it's because you have failed. If you've been feeling that you're failing at diets, you're definitely not alone. The research shows that up to 95% of people who diet for weight loss end up regaining the weight that they lost within 1 to 5 years. The testimonials and photos that we see do not match what we see in research, and at best they are misleading. If dieting for weight loss hasn't been working for you, it's definitely not you, it's the diet. But let's start from the beginning and explore what exactly is dieting. So dieting is when we use external rules to control our eating, our movement, or our body size. These rules are based on cultural beliefs, so depending where we grow up largely determines the types of rules that we'll follow and the type of body that we'll strive for. Many diets these days are disguised as lifestyle plans or exercise regimes, but if they are giving you rules to follow, it's still a diet. So what's the problem with these external rules? Well, when we follow external rules, they will clash with our body's internal signals. So we're not born with a set of food rules or an expectation of what our body should look like. We learn these in society. But we're all different and we all have different needs. Even individually, we have different needs on different days, so there is no way that a set of external rules will know what or when we should eat. There's no way that a set of rules could possibly know your hunger level or the foods that will satisfy you or your individual nutritional needs. Only your body can know that. Another way to explore this is imagine having a pee plan. We generally trust our body to tell us when we need to urinate. But what if someone gave us a pee plan, telling us when and how much to urinate? What if we'd reached the volume of urination in the pee plan, but our bladder wasn't empty? Would we trust the pee plan? It sounds crazy, but it's so normalized in our society to do this when it comes to eating. So we know that these external rules don't work, and it's shown in research that dieting actually leads to weight gain. So in the short term, we're likely that we'll lose weight. But in the long term, the research shows that up to 95% of people will put the weight back on, and up to 2/3 of these people will put on more weight than where they started. So if this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone and it's not your fault. Even worse than this is that dieting harms our psychological health. If we think back to our first diet, many people will feel euphoric. The weight seems to be dropping off and we have visions of our dream body getting closer. But then something changes. Our body adapts to the energy restriction and makes changes to keep us alive. Our drive toward food, especially high-calorie foods, becomes more intense, and this intensity makes sticking to the diet harder and become really stressful. We can begin to get frustrated at our body, feel our body is wrong because these external rules were making us feel so good. We can begin to distrust our body, fighting its hunger and fullness and emotional needs, but end up being driven to all the foods we are trying to avoid. This then triggers guilt, shame, stress, failure, until we give up completely. This distrust that we've built with our body through the dieting process can leave us feeling that we don't know how to eat and that we cannot trust ourselves. So even though these rules didn't work, all we know how to do is seek out the next diet and so begins the cycle of dieting. But all of these feelings you have experienced, the cravings, the out of control eating, it's all a normal biological reaction to restricting food, and it means your body is working. It is possible to break free of these rules that fail us every time, and we can again develop the understanding and trust with our body to live free from these rules of dieting. It can sound scary to give up the safety net of rules, but once you do, you can begin to understand and trust yourself and stop feeling that you're in a constant battle with your body. If any of this sounds familiar to you, take a look at the handout I've sent you. The list details many common side effects caused by dieting and can help us understand the impact that dieting has played on our life.